Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second part of free-for-all game NQ rules playing as Russia. So we are facing a second wave of Chinese Chokonos just coming close to Novgorod. Hopefully he will not be able to do anything useful, and we are just going to stick to our plan, which is take up to artillery and killing them with artilleries. Simple. So I'm getting my infrastructure up in my capital. We are kind of a food starved in my capital. I'm putting one population into a great scientist slot because I want to get great engineer first before I'm gonna start working hard on great scientists. Since I got two great engineer wonders, I got two. Yes, I got two. I got pyramids and I got Great Wall. So I want to get that great engineer first, hopefully to burn it on Tower of Pisa, so I can get a great scientist from it. So he's doing some damage from the Chekanus. I think I'm gonna lose another crossbow if I remember correctly. No, come on, move away. So I'm trying to wait him out, but that's stupid of me. He just killed two crossbows for nothing. I was too greedy. I wanted him to shoot once and then I could just back up, but he was just faster with clicking. I mean, maybe he was not faster, the internet was faster. So even if I was trying to move, he already clicked it, and you know, the transfer and so on and so forth. So it's just better to play the safe way and not try to do those last second tricks. So he killed two of my crossbows, but I guess that's kind of cool because maybe it's going to encourage him to be a bit more aggressive on the attack. Then I can deal him some more damage. Interesting that China is actually first in science. Well, if he's got a university, his starting location is crazy. He's got a lot of jungle, so that's nice extra science. I want to make a road here, though I think it's not going to work. Yes. Go away, worker! Run! Run for your life! As you can see, Chokonus are pretty good, and as I said in part 1 of this game, I have absolutely no chance attacking Chinese with Chokonus. It's impossible on this terrain. At least in my opinion, it's impossible without a huge army advantage. Because you're gonna move a unit and he's gonna just slaughter your units one by one by one by one. Fortify. Did he shoot the second time? I don't think so. So probably he's just waiting for me to move a unit there so I can shoot him and he can move back. Though he's got a great general there, which tells me that he's going to try to take some of my land, which is pretty smart move, because if you really want to attack someone who has built a great wall, it's easy to counter it if you plant a great general. Then you get the enemy tiles as your land, and in your land you get your normal movement. So this is a pretty good way to cancel Great Wall, which I guess he's going to try to do. Now he's putting up roads there, so he will just be able to move in and out with Chokonus and shoot me there. So I'll have to most probably back up with my crossbow, and definitely I'm in no position to attack. So I'm sticking to my original plan, and I just want to defend while I'm gonna take up. We kind of sorted our happiness problems, but now we have food problems, which persist, really persist. I really want more food. I think I'm even gonna go and build farms on the hills that are close to a water source, just to get that extra population, extra food. I'm gonna put my wounded crossbow into a city so it will heal faster. Yes, so finally some food. Some food in this city. St. Petersburg is sad because it doesn't have any food at all. It would be such a lovely Petra city. It would get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra food just for using those great production tiles, and I'm not even talking about golden production. You could plant some nice farms as well just to get that extra food, hammer and gold. So I'm really sad I missed Petra, but to be honest, I wasn't rushing it out in any case. So our science is barely at plus 18, which is pretty low for turn 100. But I experiment a bit and I took honor actually, since I know that I'm not going to finish this game by science victory, since Austria is getting ahead and there's no one, probably there's no one who will be able uh, to stop him from killing the other players. So I really want to. Oh, and we got a great general. Cool. And we managed to kill another Jokun. So I know I will not be able to win by a science victory, since I already put a lot of yeah, Ragusa. Austria just took Ragusa, so put a lot of hammers into this army, and I'm gonna put a lot of hammers into artilleries because I need to get rid of China. And if I won't get rid of China, I will not be able to catch up at all, since I don't have a lot of food. So I simply know this game will have to end by warfare, and warfare with artillery and cavalry, maybe with infantry, but definitely not with later techs, because Austria is going to skyrocket later on. So I need to use this window of opportunity to get artilleries fast, kill China quickly, and then move as fast as I can to get Austria before Austria gets some later techs. At least that's the general plan, and we are sticking to it right now. And Honor will help me with that because it's going to give me that extra great general, which I will gladly use. And it will give me the production boost for units, and most probably it will also allow me to get the experience bonus for faster generation and faster promotions on my units. So we shall see if it will actually work. Yes, I want to get some knights to pick off the wounded units, and get some mobility on the front. And get that extra general. We're gonna get that extra production bonus to military units, and we will definitely try to kill off China. I mean, we will not let him pass. That's the general idea. No, he's fast. He's pretty fast. I gotta admit that. We almost have all our tiles improved, so not really much units to. I mean, I have too many workers. That's what I want to say. Though in the end, you want workers, as I said, to just make those aggressive roads or defensive roads. Oh my god, see? He already used like 2 units to attack me. So he's pretty fast. And there we go, general, and I'm just going to use my general. There we go, and retake the citadel. So that worked pretty well, I guess. We'll have some easier time defending now, since all those hills going to be damaged by the citadel. And we got enough. Always remember, take your general with your army. It's always that boost in combat strength, especially if you're fighting great generals, since they got that crazy. They have 10% more, so it's like 25% more combat with the general. So that's a lot. China is overall a great warmongering civilization. With Chokonus they get so much XP, and with great generals, good generation bonus, and improved great generals, it's like crazy. They spam generals all over the place. Okay, so I think this front is again it's going to be a stalemate. I don't think he can pass this way, so I can still happily do with my science, I mean work on my science, work on my buildings in my cities. So we can start working and planning on killing Austria. Oh my god, this a longsword. Will my crossbow survive? I definitely hope so. Right, another Chukunu down. Though my units, I don't have that much units. I'm third in army at the moment, but as I said, it's really hard to pass on that side, so I should be fine. What he should do, he probably should have tried to flank me. Well, he tried to flank me a bit, but just move through the city-state, or even attack a city-state, take the city-state, and if he focus on army, just attack from north and west. So I would be in much more trouble, since I didn't buy those styles. But then again, I got some nice roads on those hills, so I think every side would be hard for him to attack, to be honest, especially with the Great Wall. So even though he's China, he will have trouble attacking me. Even if I didn't have Great Wall, actually didn't do much. Maybe it stopped him from be more aggressive, I guess, but I had those jungles in front of me, so either way he had to use a one full movement to be able to shoot me. So he has a really hard lens to attack me. At least he is attacking from those hard spots. West, I mean east side would be much better if we just sneak in a road there and move all the units in from the east. See, he's quick. No chance of saving my units. Come on. Though it's going to cost him a longsword, so that's not that bad, I guess. Crossbow for a longsword, and I think he is giving up right now, trying to pass with crossbows. So I like it, but I'm still almost 20k behind in army from Austria. Only good thing is he's quite far away from me, and I think Japan, if not for Austria, because they made war, I'm guessing that Cars would turn his attention to me, so I would have to worry about the east side. I probably messed the war directions earlier on. I was talking about west and I was talking east, so I would have to worry about east side. And now I only need to focus on north, so this is working into my advantage. I can focus on my little low opponent, which is China, and I can focus on killing him, and after I will kill China, I can just go and try to advance on whoever is left on the east. Whoever is left on the east. I am really hoping that Austria will not kill everyone in the east before I get there, but it's hard to tell. I mean, Austria is already ahead by a quite a bit ahead, so it's going to be hard to catch up if the other players will not. I'm second in hammers, so I don't like this, to be honest. I mean, I like it that I'm second, but I don't actually like it that Austria is first and there's no one in between me and Austria. So everyone on the east is behind me, so they have even less chances to conquer or even defend against Austria. And Sweden is spamming wonders. Great. Come on, you don't see what's going on. Okay, we got our university up, so that's some extra food and some extra science. We need to build up workshops for the extra production. And I think I should be getting a great engineer soon, so I will be able to make Tower of Pisa right away. I hope it's spelled like that. Spelled like that. So as you can see now, there's not much happening since China stopped attacking me. He's probably regrouping, or he's just abandoned making units, and he will just focus on economy as well. In both cases, I'm hoping that he really forfeit going artillery quickly, and he is focused on going for public schools or something like that, or getting industrialization for his Gatling guns. So I'm hoping that I will be first. I'm going to have two great scientists and Oxford ready, so I'm hoping I will be able to build some cannons, get to artillery quickly, and surprise him with a sneak artillery attack. Though like 100 turn 106 artillery, I mean sneak attack. It's not a really sneak attack. You see, Austria is 4% ahead already with science, and that's because he's got so much population, and I think he married two city-states. So as I said, Austria is pretty strong civ, especially if you have gold. Yes, I'm trying to focus on science as much as possible and get extra food just to... Oh, I finished... I dropped it from 2 turns to 1 turn. Cool. Okay, so we're at Renaissance. We got our great prophet. We're gonna improve the religion. I'll probably buy something that gives... I prefer from those +1 happiness, I prefer cathedrals. The reason for that, it only gives +1 faith, but it gives +3 culture, and I really like buildings that give culture, because social policies are very strong. So any building that can add up to culture is just great. And usually build you don't build, come on, spell it out. You don't build culture buildings in games like that, because you always have something more important to build, and sometimes it's very beneficial to go for cultural buildings, especially if the game will take longer. If someone is able to finish, for example, liberty, finish tradition, and then finish rationalism, or like start order or something like that, it's very good. It's very strong. So I really like culture and getting extra culture whenever or wherever I can. I'm gonna have a great engineer next turn, I believe. I'm going to try to build Notre Dame, hard build Notre Dame, and use the great engineer for Tower of Pisa, and with Tower of Pisa take great scientist. So I'll have two great scientists for artillery. So there we go, a great engineer. Though, if I believe correctly, I will miss the Tower of Pisa, though I don't remember exactly. Definitely I want to take Tower of Pisa. Tower of Pisa, if you have a great engineer, you can always burn it for Tower of Pisa. I mean, well, you not always want to do this, but if you are thinking about generating more great persons, you're gonna get that extra 25% boost. But remember, a person that you will choose from Tower of Pisa will gonna increase your great person points that you will need for the next great person. So if you are going to use it for a great scientist or a great engineer, remember that the points will gonna increase. So it's not, sometimes it's beneficial to just get a great prophet or a great general. Also, you will improve, I mean, it will increase the points that you need for a next great prophet or a next great general, but still you will not increase the points for great scientist. Alright, so let's see if we're actually gonna get it. There's always a chance that Austria or someone else is making Tower of Pisa as well at the same turn, and if he's a host, will not like it. Yeah, Austria is getting very, very big. Thanks to that unique ability, he was able to buy, I think, 3 or 2 city-states already. If he bought them with army, it's even better. Yay! So we got ourselves the Tower of Pisa, and Barry actually he went to Renaissance right now, which tells us very crucial information. It means that he did go to he took the text from the upper side of the technology tree, so he got some like fishing, optics, and stuff like that. So it's good because I'm behind in science, and I don't want to be late with my military techs. And thanks to this, I know he put some research into theoretically useless techs from my point of view at this moment. So I'm happy about that because I will not be beaten to military techs that quickly. So there is a chance I can catch him before his science will go crazy enough to like go to infantry or even higher techs before I can reach him. Because Austria is my main enemy. The only reason I'm going for China is because I cannot allow myself to have an enemy in my back, and I really need population from China to be able to catch up with science a bit. Since Austria population is killing everyone. So that's the general idea. So I think China just stopped attacking, and probably he's preparing to defend against me right now, which I like. Let's see what he's doing. Yes, he's making a Himeji castle. Cool. I'll let him build the Himeji castle. I don't care about it, to be honest. If my plan will succeed, I will get artillery, and that extra combat bonus from Himeji castle will not be useful for him, and I'll just get it when his capital will fall. So it's good for me that he's making a wonder instead of military units. I like it. I like it very much. It's going to be easier to take him down. Farms, plus 1 food and desert. Come on, give me Petra. At least it would be 2. So almost a good tile and like plus 1 food. No. It even doesn't sustain population. So the overall situation is not that bright at this moment. And we got Austria in a big lead, and there's no one in the east that can actually stop Austria. They are probably trying only to defend, and what I'm hoping for is that they will last long enough that I can finish off China and attack Austria while he will be fighting, for example, Japan or Sweden. And then after taking Austria, kill everyone else. We shall see how it goes. Because things are not looking that good at the moment. I have a huge population problem. I really miss food in my capital. But hey, we should be okay. Oh, I'm third in production and second in hammers, but I'm falling behind in science like a huge amount, and Austria is just skyrocketing away. Okay. So we got our one great scientist set up. We should be getting another one soon. So what I'm going to do, I want to go for cannons. I'm going to go for cannons, and I want to build up cannons. So I will have a hefty amount to upgrade to artilleries right away. And when I'm gonna have the amount that I feel is comfortable and I can afford to upgrade, I will pop great scientist to reach artillery and make an Oxford for that artillery deck. Though, spoiler alert, I messed up a bit the general concept, but you will see that soon. Though I'm only 3% behind, it's actually a huge amount because the 3% is most probably some very useful technologies. I'm betting Austria is getting for public schools first. Though of course I may be wrong, because he has an advantage over Japan, which threatens him at this moment. So he doesn't really need to rush anything, because I think he's already king Japan. Come on, Carlos, shape up, kill something. So one turn to Notre Dame. If I would get Notre Dame, that would be awesome. I will not have a happiness problem at all, and I will only be stopped by food, which should be out of the problem as well. As soon as I hit fertilizer, then all my grassland will have for food, which will add a bit, and everything else will have some food. I think plantations have some extra food from fertilizer. I don't remember exactly, but fertilizer is great. It gives a lot of food. Just simple as that. So hopefully then I will be able to grow my capital and my cities to some reasonable sizes, because I'm barely reaching top 10 and he already has like cities with population 13 or something like that. So it ain't good. It ain't good at all. I think I'm AFK a bit this turn. Sorry. And will I get it? Come on, Notre Dame, come on. Nope, same turn, and I missed Notre Dame on the same turn. Who got it? Barry Lyndon, of course. I hate you. So I got more gold for upgrades to artillery, I guess. But losing it like one turn. I I probably could snatch off one turn from Notre Dame. You were wondering why he took it? Since we got first turn, well, here's the host. Austria is the host, so he'll get the wonder. If any other player will finish the same turn, host gets it since it's player one. I believe it works like that. While the turn is computing, it computes player 1 first, then player 2, player 3, player 4, and so on. So when player 1 builds wonder on turn 1, when the turn goes to player 2, the wonder is already built, so player 2 doesn't get the wonder. Simple as that. So just keep it in mind if you are rushing for a wonder early on, especially in duels. If you see someone building the same wonder you want to get, there's always a risk that you will miss it, since the host has the advantage. On the same turn, he will get the wonder. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, this city is almost ready. I mean, it's going to maybe grow some more population when fertilizer hit, but I only have like what, three more lumber mills, so that city is just for the population science sakes and a little bit of gold. And just to be there, there's not much hammers in that city. And the cities with hill. This is actually a pretty nice city. It has quite nice food after all. Some jungles and some hammers to work. St. Petersburg is the poorest city of them all, food wise, but it's not bad. I mean, those are semi good cities. They're not extra crazy since there's no rivers and no real food tiles, but they're not bad either. It could be worse. As you can see, Austria is getting out of control. Double production. Double my production, though I'm trying to grow, of course, but still, he has double my hammers. Just take the note of that. So Austria is just scooting away from everyone else. Not Russia, but Austria is scooting away from everyone else. So, as I said, my general plan stands. I want to kill Austria, kill China, and just go on and kill Austria as soon as possible. I think as well I will try to take those city states on west side of my cities, when I hit cannons to get some experience and just get those extra cities, cause after artillery I just want to go around and kill everything I can and take as many cities as I can. Yes, Japan lost its capital. So my plan is in trouble. Karl is dead. Austria killed Karls. So the only player that is left on the on the east, which is left on the east, is Sweden. So now my plans are in trouble. I'm far away from killing China, and Austria doesn't really have to worry about anyone because Sweden is like behind mountains and stuff like that. There's no real possibility for him to threat Austria, and if Austria doesn't want to attack, There's no reason for him to build military units. So now I'm a bit sad because, like, as you can see, Austria is getting crazy, and there's no one to control it. So, as I said, situation looks a bit grim at this moment. Okay, so one turn till cannons. When I'm gonna hit that, my hammers will improve, and I will be able to start working on some cannons. I have some nice sum of gold, so I'll be ready to upgrade quite a lot of cannons. Straight artillery, you see his population 14, 14, 9, and capital that is of unknown population. So he's basically killing. My capital is pop 14. I'm like, oh my god. China is 11. It's kind of strange that China didn't grow that much. He's got a lot of food. Maybe he's just happy to starve a bit. So Austria is killing everyone in population and in hammers, well, basically in everything at the moment. Uh, yeah, Hagia Sophia. Okay, we want. I'm gonna make a crepust, and then I'm gonna focus on cannons. I want to get that first promotion because it's pretty cool to have a promoted units. I mean, it's not crucial, but promotions are cool, and in those free for all games, people tend to actually build like barracks, armory, and all that buildings that give experience to your units. So when you fight enemy units, you actually fight upgraded units already. So it's kind of a good to have some upgrades. Uh, yeah, I'm just checking. Can I actually bully anyone? But they hate me and they don't want to be bullied. I'm thinking about just start to chip off health from Colombo and to take that city state. It would be quite cool, so I can make roads on this side. I will get another city, of course, for extra everything, and I will have the space to attack China. At least that's just the general idea. Yeah, my spy died that I put into China. I don't like it. And he built Himeji, as I said. That's good for me. And Austria is just wonder spamming lighthouse. Like, come on, come on. Why do you need lighthouse? Who declared war? Oh, Sweden declared war or Japan. Yes, this was pretty cool. Sweden declared war on Japan to take the city, so that kind of forces them into war, which I really like. That Sweden is going to fight with Austria. That means that Austria will have to put a little attention into war, which I like, because he's not going to go that crazy with economic buildings, most probably. Um, so I like it. It will slow him down a bit, maybe just buying me those couple of precious turns that I need to catch up to him. Right, another social policy, and I'm going to take what? Yes, extra experience. I mean, honor 3 is cool, But it's like if you want to really commit to honor, you need to go down with all those social policies since the good stuff. I mean, almost every single policy from honor is good, but it doesn't help you at the start to to grow and build up your empire, but it helps huge. It is a huge help to. I just want to get some extra happiness so I can grow, and I want to give him extra happiness so he won't have happiness problems. Well, every little way I can help him is great. And he actually took a city right now from the Japan city, so I'm kind of hoping that. Yeah, not a great idea. If I remember correctly, they will go to war. I mean, Austria, exactly. Austria just goes to war against Sweden right now. So, this is good for me. As I said earlier, this is very good for me since they are going to. The only problem is I'm second in army, which means Sweden has absolutely no chance against Austria. But at least it's going to slow him down, and maybe while he will be defending, he can kill some units, Austrian units. So I will get that little edge that I need and that little time I need to actually kill China and move my troops to Austria. At least I'm hoping for that. Right. Canon, no, mister. This city has 7 production. I don't know if you guys noticed that. 7 production city on turn 121 and population 8. Bad? Yes, very bad. Very bad. I'm just finishing the road here because I want to kill that city state later on. And I think I'm gonna start, yes, exactly. I'm gonna start chipping off on Colombo. I really want to take that city and I want to get that little XP for my units. It's always good. Osaka returned to Oda Nobunaga. Interesting choice. So actually he has no choice. Yeah, he has no choice and he just lost that city. And he just Austria just made peace with Japan. And the peace deal, he actually took a city, which, to be honest, well, I don't want to be anything negative, but I think it's not that cool. Trade with AI, take a peace deal like this when you get a free city. But I don't want to judge anyone. I don't care, to be honest. This game is far is over, and one little city won't make a difference. I don't believe he'll have like a huge amount of gold, but I believe in NQ those things. You cannot do such things. Just keep that in mind. So he's 3% ahead in science, but that science discrepancy will just grow and grow because, as I said, he's got more population, so he's got more. Basically, he has more of everything, and he just spams wonders. Sweden is not bad with wonders as well, but he has only 2 cities, and Austria is, I already see four very good cities plus a capital, and 5 cities from Japan. Probably he took one more city from Japan as well. So he's got a huge city advantage, which we really don't like. Alright, we got the first cannon. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Metallurgy 1 turn, so I don't remember exactly how many cannons I will make, but I want to have, to be honest, as many as I can until I will feel comfortably with popping the great scientist and building Oxford University. Though, spoiler info, I think I just missed the timings and I actually didn't build Oxford for artillery. And I used the Great Scientist, which was a bad idea, but you shall see all of this later on. Most probably. Okay. So, what's going on? So, we got some upgrades. Actually, my crossbows are pretty nice, have nice upgrades. Those are those archers, those level 2 from barbarians, so we like that. And some of them survived actually against Chakanus. Ooh, and we just took an attention of China. So he is going to try and stop us from taking this city-state, which is probably a good idea for him, but if I remember correctly, it will not turn okayish for him at all. Putting a Chocon on the hill is not that great of an idea. If he's got a road there, he should have just stayed on the road, to be honest. But okay. Will I burn? Yes, I actually burn Great Scientist to get that extra, to get Cossacks fast, then I can really snipe off. I can snipe off Chakunus, because Cossacks are great unit. They have 33% combat bonus against wounded units, so if you really want to deal damage with Cossacks, you need to shoot a unit with a crossbow, for example. Just deal that one little bit of damage, and then Cossacks go all the way in, and they are pretty strong. So, like cavalry, 33 strength plus 33%, that makes what, 45, 46 combat strength unit. So like for an industrial unit, it's pretty cool. It's almost like Great War Infantry, which is in modern era. So Cossacks are powerful to say the least, so we like Cossacks. I actually always forgot about Russia, that they got those great horses in industrial era, but I guess it's okay. No, my crossbows. Okay, so the Chocono is damaged. Look what my Cossacks will do. Oh, I'm actually gonna shoot something. Let's give it a second. Yes, so he is advancing. Let's see what I'm going to do. I don't remember this fight exactly, but I know it turned out kinda okay for me. Okay, so I'm going to shoot the Chakunu, those two Chakunus, and I'm just going to ride in exactly, see, one shot. Boom, one shot. So, as I said, cavalry is, I mean, Cossacks are great, just great. Great, they one shot things, especially with that combat bonus. Good stuff. So, we just killed two Chakunus, and we'll happily kill the rest. Yes, damn Cossacks. Yes, Cossacks are very strong, as I said earlier on. The combat bonus is just, when used right, it's very strong. It's very strong. As you can see, I have too many workers now. They all cost gold, but I don't want to sell them. I really want them later on to get those roads going to Austria. Workers are good. It's always good to have workers. Oh my goodness. I'm so slow in this game. I lost another Cossack. Come on. I mean, I lost another unit that I shouldn't lose. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, so Colombo is getting to be ours. I want to shoot his units though. Boom. Cossack power. So I already killed 3 of his units, 4 of his units, so this is going pretty well. I only lost 1, though it was a Cossack, so that makes me a sad panda, but it's not a bad trade-off. Every Chakonu that I kill is great because it's one less upgrade to Gatlings. As you can see, 1% behind from Austrian technology, though I really believe he is going to go ahead crazy with technology, and still I already used great scientists and he's probably just sitting on his great scientists. So I'm theoretically not that far behind right now, but overall I'm really far behind. This is why I really need to kill him with cavalry artillery. I cannot wait later eras, so I really need to try to kill him right now. Hopefully we'll manage to do it. Good thing he's fighting Sweden. We like that. But this is how this should be. If like two. Oh, another crossbow. Bad. If one player is getting ridiculously ahead, the other ones should join forces and fight the theoretical common foe. And we are like, look at his points. I'm behind in 200, 300, almost 300 points. Sweden is 300 points behind, 350 even, and and Dagbird is like 400 behind. So this is twice the points. So Austria is getting like a the runway civ, you would say, in single player, and that's Austria in this game. So we kind of want to join forces. Of course, it means that probably there's a risk if Sweden will help me, I will win the game. But then again, it's the only chance. It's like a diplomacy. It's only chance for Sweden to survive is to work together with me. And I really need to kill China. I need to kill China. So it's sitting on my back with a capital, and I really need to kill that capital. So I'm 4 turns to fertilizer, and then I'm most probably gonna burn my great scientist. When the sad part happens, it's gonna chip off only 4 turns from artillery. So I really should have built Oxford as I planned at the beginning. But every single game I learn something new. And of course, the next game I forgot something that I learned already, but this is how humans work, I guess. Boom, one shot. Thankfully, thanks to the damage the turn earlier, I was able to just snipe off his Chakuna. So as you can see, Cossacks are very good. Cossacks are very good. So Colombo is almost ready to be taken, which we like, and then we're going to prepare our cannons for a sneaky attack on China. Actually, with that killing of the Chakuna, I found his 3rd city, which is in a very poorly defensible position because I can put the artillery behind when I to take Colombo. I can put artillery just outside of those jungles, 3 times from Guangzhou, and I'm just gonna bombard it and like kill it 2 shot, because it's only 23 strength and artillery does ridiculous damage to cities that are without any defensive buildings. It's like crazy. Excuse me for the cough. It seems they are not fighting. I mean, like, my turns take very long and they finish their turns pretty quickly, so I guess the fighting on the other front is not that intensive, like here. Though the fighting here is basically over. Let's be honest. Yes, I'm even going to take the promotion for larger damage to cities. And Colombo is ours. Yes, there we go. So we got Colombo, and now we're going to just wait for artillery, and we are going to kill China. I think he is far away from. He's definitely not reached industrial yet, so he should be far away from artilleries. Yeah, see, 4% already ahead for Austria. So he's getting ahead with technology, pretty crazy. But look at his city, 15, 15. And my capital is barely 16. So his capital is probably like, I don't know, 20 or something like that. So he's killing us with population, and population means science, gold. But we are not conceding, that's for sure. We want to fight. We have chosen a domination route for this game. So China stopped fighting us. Well, it's his choice. I really think that with Chakanus he should have put up a crazy defense. He got that hill there with the road. He could easily put like I don't know, build up 4, 5 or 6, or even just build up Chakanus, and he could just go on the road, shoot, move back. Go on the road with another Chakanus, shoot, and go back. This is how you fight with Chakanus. So, with all due respect to Duckbird, you really need to learn how to fight with Chakanus, and especially you need to learn how to defend with Chakanus, because those units are crazy good, very crazy good. So if you would get, like, for example, upgrade them to Gatling guns and make roads all over the place, I shouldn't be able to pass at all. So I'm afraid the fighting didn't go well for him. Alhambra. Yes, Austria is just wonder spamming. Craziness. Come on. I guess he's not threatened by anyone. Well, Sweden cannot really attack him. He's probably like chipping Sweden off bit by bit. Though kudos, or whatever it is called, to Sweden for holding back actually against Austria. But as you can see, Austria can just build up cities pretty easily and build wonders. So my initial plan is not working that well at all. So I want to get another cannon Yeah, I burned the Great Scientist, and as you can see, I only chipped off like 4 or 5 turns of dynamite, so that was not the best use of a Great Scientist. I should have built Oxford as I initially planned to just go for the for artillery, but this way I'll just get an extra cannon. I don't really have to rush, so maybe I could even take 9 turns to actually build artillery, to research artillery, and leave the Great Scientist for something else. But then again, I'm not gonna use Great Scientist for anything else, most probably, because this game either I will win with artillery and Cossacks and industrial units, or I'm going to lose, because with most probably Austria will get to modern era much quicker than me. Um, and in modern era, when someone has a tech advantage, it's starting to be problematic. The reason for that is if someone has a huge tech advantage, he can get infantry, he can get research labs, and at the same time he can get planes or other useful units. So he can get multiple units that can do a lot of damage. And if someone is really behind, he has to choose something. You either go for planes, and you cannot go for planes if you didn't go for all. So for example, for me, planes is not really viable options, because I would have to fill in all the top side of the technology tree, which I didn't do. So it would be a waste of so many turns for me, and I don't even have to get oil. So for me, it's just a safer way to go right away for artillery, for go for infantry, take research labs, and then swoop in by the planes, but just to get anti-aircraft units, because I really can't compete with his science, most probably. Yeah, and Kathmandu, Austria is going to buy another city-state. Kathmandu has just been allied, so 5 turns, and he's going to buy another good city-state. So as I said, Austria is pretty strong if played well. Cossacks. I need some more Cossacks since I have only one left. I really want them to be able to take cities and do some hit and run attacks, because this is what Cossacks do. And I want to put up ironworks and national college. Then I most probably want to get the buildings that give experience to units, because most probably I will just be popping upgraded Cossacks from my capital. At least, if I remember correctly, that's the general plan. Because cavalry is good, and Cossacks are even better. Russia is pretty good civilization. Of course, if you get iron horses. That extra production is pretty sweet at the start of the game, and later on, Cossacks are crazy. And if you manage to build up enough Cossacks that will change later on into tanks, it's even more crazy, since tanks have so much more combat strength, so the percentage bonus is just skyrockets away, which is pretty sweet. So thank you for watching. This is the end of part 2. I invite you to part 3 of this free for all. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and see you later. Bye bye.